Hey guys. Okay, so how do you know that you're on a twin flame journey? The way you know if you're on a twin flame journey is simple. If you have had a spiritual awakening, okay? And not just any spiritual awakening, because some people come here just to ascend, not necessarily with a twin flame, and they will have an awakening, okay? But if you're on a twin flame journey, you will have a spiritual awakening that seems to be associated or triggered by another person, okay? And that triggering into the awakening is going to propel you into inquiry, and obsessive research about twin flames and spiritual awakening and all like spiritual knowledge, okay? And here's the thing. It could also be the case that the person who triggers you is not your twin flame, okay, which was what happened for me. I was in a relationship with my twin flame years before I was involved with the person who triggered me into my awakening. And I don't even know if it was him who triggered me, but I had my awakening when I was involved with a certain person. So I associated that experience of awakening with this person, but he wasn't my twin flame. So that's not going to be the case for everyone. Like for some people, the experience might be more linear. Like it will be clear who your twin flame is as your awakening is happening. But for others, like me, I met my twin flame, stopped being in a relationship with him, met another person, had my awakening, and associated it with him. So that's what I guess you could call a false twin flame, okay? But I'll make another video about that. But either way, you will have a spiritual awakening that propels you on this obsessive path of research and reintegration, okay? And you can't, there's no questioning it. Like, okay, if you're like, well, did I have an awakening or maybe I didn't? No, you will know. You will know. If you're watching this video and you're like, maybe I had an awakening, maybe that person's my twin flame, then no, it hasn't happened for you yet. It may not be meant for you. But if you're watching this video, then it might be meant for you. It just maybe it hasn't happened yet. But you will know when you have a spiritual awakening, or this specific spiritual awakening, because it's the first one. It's the gateway into out of the matrix. All right? So let's see. I've always been spiritual, okay? If you're watching this video, so have you probably. And before your spiritual awakening, right, you're always like, you're kind of dabbling, or you're like, maybe I'm having the awakening now. Am I having it? Or you might search for an awakening. Like you might try to do Kundalini yoga, or you might go on some kind of pilgrimage, like in search of enlightenment, okay? But the awakening that I'm talking about, it doesn't happen because you sought it out on purpose. It happens to you when the divine and you in conjunction decide or reach the point where you're like, okay, I'm ready for this next step, okay? So again, there's no questioning whether or not this happened to you, and it's hard to explain. I'm not gonna try that much to explain it to people who have not had the awakening, but to the people who have, it's like day and night, right? Like one day everything is in, the whole world is in black and white, and you don't know it's black and white until everything turns into Technicolor, and you're like, whoa, I've been asleep this whole time and nothing is the same. Okay, that's the best way that I can describe it, that you will know you have been awakened. Okay, and it's not something elitist, or it's just, if you know, you know. Okay, and it's you're on your own path. When you get there, you'll know. But that is how you will know you are on the twin flame journey, because you will have that awakening, and there will be someone, a romantic counterpart, that you associate the awakening with. And it could be your real twin flame, or it could be a false twin flame. Regardless, you associating your awakening with a romantic partner is what's gonna propel you and push you into researching all kinds of like what's going on, like who is this person, what am I experiencing right now, what are twin flames, and you're gonna go down a rabbit hole of trying to consume or acquire all the information to understand your experience. Okay, and it's gonna be obsessive. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck so bad, dude. But that is how you know. Okay, you have to have the spiritual awakening, and the reason why the two are associated is because the twin flame, when you meet the twin flame, their energy awakens you, or it triggers you to awaken to the truth of who you really are, which is source. You are source. You're a God. You're an expression of unconditional love. Okay, so coming into contact with your twin flame will trigger you, and it might not be linear, right? But it will set into motion your awakening. And if it does that, it means you're here to ascend in this lifetime. Okay, your twin flame is here to awaken you, to ensure that you ascend in this lifetime, because that is the life path that you chose. That is what you came here for. That's what you're qualified for. You are at the level, your spirit is at the level of ascension. Okay, so that's the purpose of meeting your twin flame, is to ascend. So you're lucky if you've met your twin flame. All right, but if you're someone who just wants a romance and you want someone to love you in the ways that you're not able to love yourself, no, you're not going to find your twin flame, or that's not a twin flame. Maybe you'll find a soulmate. I don't know. I'm becoming judgmental, sorry. But yeah, okay, so you will know. I don't even need to, you don't even need to be watching a video to know if you've been on a twin flame journey, but I understand that it's so confusing, and you need people like me and people like so many, a lot of people on the internet who can kind of just validate your experience that this is a real phenomenon, the twin flame journey. And when you're on it, I know that you cannot hear this confirmation enough that yes, this is happening to you. Half of your soul is in another body, and you're interacting with that person, with that ego, and you're the same soul. And it's like seriously a mind fuck, and it doesn't seem real. Like, is this really happening? Yes, it's really happening. You're not crazy. And it's, yeah, I wish there was a stronger support system for people going through this ascension journey because it's really hard. It's really hard. But if you're here, you're questioning whether or not you're on a twin flame journey, if you've had a spiritual awakening that completely changed your life to a point where you can never go back to being the person you used to be, and you associate it with a person that you're romantically or have been romantically involved with, then yes, you're on the twin flame journey. And yeah, that's how you know. And it sucks, but it's also great, and you're gonna get through it. Okay? All right, I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.